Starting lineups brought to you by Northland Ford. Alec Burks, Damian Lee, Glenn Robin, Culver, Martin Covington, and Gorgie Jang. Let's get to our Taco Bell. I got an interesting story. Got a shoot around today from Steve. 8 points in the overtime loss on New Year's Eve. Chris with the feed, and Burks gets the first points of the game. And Lee attacks, blocked by Gorgie Jang.
That's what we talked about in our second segment. We talked about Gorgie Jang's activity level, 14 steals over the past 7 games.
Napier hits his first 3, and how about Shabazz? He's hitting now 10 of his last 20 from downtown. But quickly the other way, Spellman. Glenn Robinson III, who played early in his career with the Timberwolves. He had a nice night in San Antonio the other night, 25 points. The feed back to... Napier gets into the paint, able to finish around Spellman.
Everything that he's been doing recently has been in attack mode.
Damian Lee follows it. Two-way deal. As is Kai Bowman. Covington. Over Damian. Culver tried to save it, but throws it right into the hands of Burks.
Cub thought he got fouled on the shot attempt.
Robinson.
We did not see Glenn Robinson this
time. Timberwolves win here at Target Center. Gorgie Jang gets his hands on the basketball and then comes up with it. Keelan Martin has Green to beat, and he does.
Shabazz Napier took 2 charges, got the steal.
Burks, he connects on a 3.
Keelan Martin was...
Great anticipation by Culver. Burks tried to hit Lee in the corner. Instead, it's Martin the other way for 3. Shabazz with the tip-in. These two Warriors, she also add, of course, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson to their man games missed total. Get it to 15. They changed Robert Covington's 3 to a 2 during that last time.
The game, the defensive breakdown that I did. And you talk about shell concept in Minnesota, fanning out and covering and scrambling.
Oh,
another
Jang set up by Okogie.
He struggled to score some. He's been doing so many other things, and that's what Jared Culver did so well last night. Was he was not hitting, but he was doing so many things. As Keelan Martin, that was.
And then Napier snips out a steal, hits a trailing Okogie. Reed connects from downtown.
As for Minnesota, he got the Wolves out to a great start last night in Milwaukee.
Warriors, meantime, have missed 7 straight shots, and they end that there. That's their first.
December 4th at Dallas. What a pass by J-Mac.
Yeah, there was a little bit of English on that.
Does he even have a team left?
Had a little conversation with J-Mac as Pascal hits before there was 0.2 seconds left about what the ruling should have been, and according to Tyler Ford, is McLaughlin unable to get it, but Johnny on the spot, Josh Okogie.
He explained it to me, it's kind of like a kick ball situation. It's kind of like that. If you kick the ball, it should have been a side out. Okogie trying to get the strip there.
And Pascal able to get the finish instead. Just when you think you've seen everything in the NBA,
all right, J.O.
you don't know, you've never seen. Meantime,
19-minute stint in Dallas against Dallas, excuse me, at home, and then at San Antonio played 10 last night, so 7 points. The smiley gauge there.
How about Naz Reid?
That's a kid. If you saw him play at LSU, you saw a really talented player who could get it done both inside and outside.
Wow. Smiley gauge with the find, and Pascal sitting out again for the Warriors tonight. As I mentioned, he had 70 points combined during the first 2 meetings. And Naz Reid, who spent a little time, played a couple of games in Vegas this summer. Jared Culver did not. Keita baits Diop, set up beautifully by Naz Reid. Right direction. Noel, gets his own rebound. Martin. A whistle on the other end. Knocked into the backcourt, and wow, what a save.
Yeah.
Cub gets away a 3 and drills it from way deep.
Cub was
hit his first NBA 3 last night, hit 2 of them against the Bucks. Draymond Green, the feed underneath for Marquise Chris. Timberwolves and Warriors about dead even on the glass. Timberwolves have 1 more rebound thus far. Covington off the feed from Napier. Culver stymied at the rim. Out of the corner, the Long two out of the saying, yes, I am. Covington and Rocco starting to heat up.
Are able to operate.
That foul on Alec Burks was his third. Timberwolves turned it over. Damian Lee with the finish.
Zone that.
It's only the fifth turnover tonight by Minnesota. Martin in the corner. Robinson chases him out of there. And Keelan says, okay, I'll just hit the baseline. His career high is 17. He's got 6 rebounds to go along with the
exactly
score.
Right. He's rebounding his position very well.
Robinson with a 3. Napier for Covington.
Again, should he get into the paint? Robert Covington with a timely cut.
Burks being pestered by Napier. He's able to get it to go.
These last number of games, 3-4 games, just looking at the defense was trying to pull clips. I could have pulled 50. 5. We don't have time for that. We have time for 3. But when you start watching him breaking it down, Jared Culver, nice
that was nice
finish.
Tonight for Culver.
Gorgie, Covington, Jared Culver's in that group as Golden State knocks down it.
Gorgie Jang somehow takes the rebound away from Draymond Green. Rocco with a 3. And then Culver comes up with an offensive board. How about the effort?
Thank you. You're the third person to mention that cartwheel in the last 2 minutes. My claim to fame, apparently.
Well, and I forgot show, Channel 5.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, hosting on KFAN. Nice pass.
And a good finish by
our crack stepman, Mike Greenbaum. Him and Anthony I just was thinking that his assist led to 2-point field goals. Jared Culver makes a really difficult shot. There's Covington just doing what he does.
And then Cove on the other end for 3. Yes!
This is fun. It's fun to dance into offense.
Robinson off the dribble.
They're going to make a mistake. If you slow cut through there, defenses don't really have to react to a guy that's cutting like that.
You got to do it with purpose.
Absolutely.
Evans able to get 3 as they seek their first 2-game home win streak of the season. They've not won consecutive games at home this year. And Jared Culver,
it's been big.
Yeah, they've given up 2 second chance points the entire night. No second chance opportunity instead.
Switching situation with Kyle Bauman on Nas.
Omar Spellman with a 3. Out of the corner, KBD answers right back. The Timberwolves game by McLaughlin. Pascal attacking and finishing. Charge. Bowman.
For Minnesota.
Okogie comes up with it. Reed, no. Jordan Bell, yes. Stayed in front of Pascal, but Pascal won tonight, wins the season series as this is the 3rd and final meeting between these teams. Bowman gets it back to Nas Reed trying to track it down. Here comes Golden State. Pascal attacks Bates Diop, and it's a 10-point game. Napier pulls up for a long 2 and cans it. You gotta love the comp.
Spellman again with another bone crusher right there.
Spellman, speaking of bone crushing. Spellman. And the 3 by Rocco.
Big time.
Smailagic attacking Martin and finishing.
Solid.
Smailagic, who had all of his previous points from the free throw line. Reed on Spellman.
Another well-done move. Back down defenders. We saw him back down DeAndre Jordan against Brooklyn. Did it against Milwaukee as well. How about that shot?
Jacob Evans. Evans partially blocked. Martin comes out of there with it. Wolves looking to push the pace. Martin back to Bates Diop. Reed there for the putback.
There you go, Nas.
Certainly hoping that's not going to be the case here today.
Really good pressure by Culver. How is that not an offensive foul?
How did he? Kai Bowman. Chris there, not once, but twice.
Shabazz Napier just was too small to be able to box up Marquise Chris.
Napier gets himself a bucket.
Got it right back. Wouldn't necessarily be interested in it, but it's so interesting to see these young guys, you know, especially when you're in development mode. For both teams, the guy, you know, when he does these interviews, he's so measured.
Shabazz, three, and he hits it.
Good for Shabazz, man.
Rocco with that rebound, his third double-double of the season. Then he hits the three. They have their first 2-game home win streak of the season and pick up their 3rd win out of their last 5. Well, the Warriors are going to not let the Timberwolves get to 100, but it's not going to matter. Timberwolves win this one in emphatic fashion, 99-84. Rob Covington, one of